Peace, family. How you doing? It's Mr. R2 here at Consistency is Key, and I have a special guest. Well, I'm just going to be transparent. So we're inside of this group, and I tell you right now, this group is just so dynamic. It have so many people in this group, but the blessed thing about this group, everyone is sharing everything. When I tell you everything, they're sharing everything. And that's the best part about it. No one is trying to hoard the information. No one is trying to keep it to themselves. And we're talking about none other than Mr. David Sands blessing everyone. So, Miss Lady, please introduce yourself. And so everybody know who you are, where you're from. And we're going to go jump 2 feet in about this whole world of podcasting. Some people know about and some people have been running from.
Right. First of all, thank you for having me. I am super excited. I want to say congratulations to you first for your first episode today. I watched it. Fire. I know you're going to do great. So just to introduce myself, my name is Shenisse Alston. I'm from New York. I too am a part of the podcast challenge with David Sands, and I too am just overwhelmed with everything we've been learning, everything he's been teaching us, and just meeting dope people. Like it's just really refreshing to meet like-minded people. So it makes you feel more comfortable that even if you don't know something, someone else has no problem sharing, and vice versa. So it's been a great 5 days. I can't say that, to the point where I had to take a nap like a little kid today, because I was like, so much information, and just you know, it's just been such an experience. So I'm thankful for sure.
Right. So the experience for me, I know he kept saying the aha moment, but for me, that experience moment was to be okay with knowing that you're inexperienced.
Right.
And just being in a space with people of different skill sets, people of many talents. And because there were so many differences and people of many talents, what happened was you were forced to learn. Right. So what do you feel that you was forced to learn this week?
Well, one thing I was forced to learn is that for probably my first couple of episodes, I'm gonna suck. And that was cool. How he broke it down. I had to take it out. Like, listen, I'll take lessons, not losses. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta be okay with you know what I'm saying, with not being the best in the beginning. One thing I learned was, though my thing is, people have been telling me for years, you know, you're easy to talk to. You're a good listener. You know, I would do videos on Facebook just by happenstance, you know, driving in the car. And I'm like, you know, something to drop on my spirit. I'm like, I'll see a video that went viral. I'm like, yo, you know, people out here killing their kids. Y'all got to do better than this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to heal. I'll just start talking and people be hitting my live up like, this was cool, sis, or whatever. Like when you start your podcast, and I'm like, I'm just doing a video. Okay. So other people that you don't even really see. And so to be amongst a group of people that have that same gift, but they just need a little push from the king of podcasting, like it was just official. It was official. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, I felt every day I felt full. I was working all week, but I couldn't wait to get on the Zoom. But I was later now. I'm like, I gotta get on here to see what somebody gonna say, to see what questions was gonna be asked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was so much going on. I felt like I would come on and somebody would ask a question. And I'm like, okay, I got another question. And somebody would ask again. And I'm stuck like, okay, what else did I ask? Because he just kept dropping jewels. Like he kept dropping jewels. It was just dope.
Right. Now, one of the things, the lines that I love, and I'm going to read this verbatim just so I won't mess it up. All right. So one of the lines that I love that he said, and I'm going to steal it, David. So I appreciate you for opening up your tool bag and pouring all these tools out for each of us. Like, you know what? I need that screwdriver. Let me pick that up. I need that first because you hitting it home. Let me pick that up.
Right.
So, all right, here you go. Man, what the hell? All right, here it goes. I keep saying here it go, but it ain't here yet. All right. So it says I said it today in my live. You can't get more time, but you can manage the time that you have. I will always acknowledge that, because when people say time is essential, time is forwarded to you. Right. Time is forwarded. So when you're forwarded the time, you're forwarded the opportunity, just like everyone was forwarded the same opportunity to register for this podcast challenge. And because we were forwarded the opportunity to register for this podcast challenge, we had to challenge ourselves to sit through 5 days of learning. I hate homework, but I like doing this homework because it was cool to do. I was learning something. It's not like I'm doing this homework and I got to do math, I got to do science, I have to do English. Like, no, I'm learning something that is going to create an impact. And one of the things that I want, like, you to even learn and to take away, especially for those that are viewing. Now, for my formula is Y over X equals I. I is impact. The Y is you. What is your why? What was your why for joining the podcast challenge? Now, this is the X. I don't know her X, but I want to hear her why, and how has your why impacted you here on day 5?
Excuse me. Woo. Jeez, thank you. All right, so my why. To be truthful, I would have to say, my why is that I understand that souls are connected to my gift.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's part of what he was saying to us. Like, you have to have a mission. And that's part of my mission. My mission is to empower and to educate. So my why is I understand that this thing is bigger than me. I understand that I put that $300 and said, listen, I'm not playing no more, because souls are connected to what I have to say. Souls are connected to the people that came from where I came from, who are dealing with poverty, who are dealing with not healing from generational curses, who are dealing with all these things that I want to be able to empower and also educate about. I want to be able to educate people about exactly what we learned in these 5 days. So that's my why. I hope I make sense saying that when you ask what my why is.
You made a whole bunch of sense.
Yeah.
Nah, because your why is yours.
Right.
You have to own it.
Yeah.
You have to own your why. Just like you said, your gift is your why. Your purpose is your why, because there's always going to be a unknown or unfamiliar thing that you're going to have. That's that uncomfortable feeling because it's unfamiliar to you, and you're so used to the why. Why is something you know. The X is something that is unknown, so you're feeling uncomfortable because you felt uncomfortable with learning about podcast platforms and learning about mission and David Sands telling you suck. Everything about you is trash until you take the trash out. It's kind of like trash day. All week was trash day.
Right.
Every week was trash day, and you had to throw that trash out to let you know that there is something that you need to know. But you got to empty this trash in order for you to have a receptacle that is ready and prepared for you to refill it.
You know what I love, and thank you for mentioning.
Every day was trash day.
I like how you made it every day is trash day, because one of the things that he said that was intricate was, you're going to lose some things to do this, to be great at it. And I took that home because, I'm not sure what you do as a profession, but for me, one of my careers is I'm a correction officer. And I shared with the young lady for one of the interviews I did last night for the homework. Her and I were just going back and forth. She said she was a millionaire at 21. And I'm like, yo, how you lose the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, wait, what? What happened? And, the decision that she made.
Was in a facility?
I'm sorry?
She was in a facility, or the person you was interviewing?
No, the person I was interviewing said that she lost $1 million. Yeah, but I was connecting the two with where I came from and what she did. So I was saying to her, I'm like, I was asking her, like, how did you lose the money? Like, what happened? And bottom line was the ignorance. No one taught her what to do with that money. So she blew the money. And that's what happens, places like where I come from. I run into people, the population, the inmates or whatever. I have conversations with them like, listen, what you're doing is only going to get you to 2 places. Continuing to see my face in this uniform or a grave.
Yeah.
Now that you have the knowledge of what you should be doing, it's up to you what you do with that thing. So you have to throw out the trash, do something different.
Yeah.
You and I both had to throw out the trash daily and get rid of what our thinking is, because we think we know, because we're in our comfort zone. But he had to take us out of there and say, nah, you ain't all that. You're going to do bad. You're not going to do so great, because I'm showing you the tools of how to be great. So get uncomfortable. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable, knowing you don't know everything. And you're going to fail. You're going to have to be tweaked. You're going to learn different things as you go in this process. But you can win doing this, because I'm winning doing this. So that's what made this challenge so dynamic for me. Like, I'm like, if we don't win, it's because we choose not to. And this, honestly, like, this challenge was, this challenge alone was an aha for me, because I was feeling convicted every time somebody told me, oh, you know, you don't do your videos anymore. What's going on? Like, I will listen to your videos. I'll be going to work because I know it'll make me feel all right, because I work at a crazy place. And I'm like, dang, somebody's paying attention to my words, and I ain't even paying attention to my words. So there's souls connected to your podcast. There's souls that need to hear about consistency and currency. They want to know what that means when they see your title. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to take this thing personal.
Yeah, and that goes into what you were saying, because consistency is currency is actually that transparent moment. That's an accountability, just straight up accountability title. Like, dude, you got consistency is currency. I ain't seen you in a minute. And that's the same thing with yours. People were so used to seeing you. People so used to hearing you. People so used to absorbing the energy. And because there was a lack of consistency at that time, somebody checked you on it and you felt convicted. Like, you know what? I'm going to allow this conviction to be my correction to make it better for someone else who are able to receive my gift. And for you, let me ask you this question. Now, I'm going to answer it too. What trash did you take out?
Oh, I took out.
Did you know you unpacked?
I had to unpack the procrastination. I had to unpack. I had to unpack thinking that I know exactly how it's gonna go because I've done videos before. You know, I had to unpack. I'm a good listener, so I know I can ask the right questions, and not really. Not really, beloved, because he was, you know, even like how he was giving us little phrases, like little segues to shift the conversation. If you got off point, I'm like, I probably wouldn't have asked that question. I probably would just got off point. You understand what I'm saying? Just little things, understanding, reminding me, you don't know it all. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna know it. You're not gonna be perfect the first day. Like today, I went to work laughing. I said, I was like, I did my first interview, y'all. I was like, and I bombed, but it was crazy. And they're like, why are you smiling? I'm like, because that was good. They're like, you happy you bombed? I'm happy I bombed because now I could tweak and learn from myself, learn from the interviewer, you know, the guests and everything. I'm like, listen, sometimes you got to laugh at yourself and grow. You got to grow.
Yeah. And that's the best part. Just listening, there are growth spurts.
Right.
Now, your growth spurts is kind of like, I'm sure everybody's seen on TV, you have a parent that has a child and they put the little pencil over this mark and the child grows again and put another little mark and stuff like that. Right. Now, those are your KPIs, your key performance indicators. What are the measurable things that you are doing that creates that growth spurt? It could be, I just bought my first light. All right, bet. You put another line. That's a KPI. I knew that my image was dark. So in order for me to correct that, I felt convicted by looking at a dark image. So I'm going to buy a light. So I'm going to put that line. All right. So now I got a microphone. Now you have two types of microphones. You have a condenser and you have a USB. Then you got to figure out, do I want a condenser or do I want a USB? A USB is cool and USB is okay. But when you really, again, take that another hash mark and advance and move up, so then you go to a condenser. So from a condenser, then you buy you a mixer. Then you don't have to buy everything at once. Right. So you establish those growth points by managing what you have, and allows you to grow. Just like you got to that moment I bombed this, but I'm okay. But I know how to shelter the next one because I'm listening and speaking at the same time, because that's where it is. I think when we learn how to, especially from an interviewer and a podcast perspective, because a podcast, you're either going to be by yourself or you're going to have someone you're going to interview. Right. So when you develop the tools of listening and speaking at the same time, then that's when you're tapping into a different type of ability, which creates the capability of you having the ability to interview anyone.
Right.
It doesn't matter who you interview, but you've established the capability of speaking and listening and staying on track all at the same time. That's a talent. It's not a gift. Your gift made room for you, but your talent kept you there.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Your gift got you in the room, but you started to learn these tools and these trades and these talents to make it better, because your gift was your ability to speak. Your gift was your ability to allow people to draw into you, but your talent was I need to get the lights. All right, bet. Now I know how to work my lights. My lights look good. Oh, I need this microphone. Let me get this mixer. Let me tweak the mixer. Let me make sure it sounds good. But your gift put you in the room, but your talent kept you.
Right. That's it. It's all in learning. Listen, I tell my kids, I'm like, you want to be a forever student. You don't want to be a know-it-all. Know-it-alls have no room to grow.
Hell yeah.
You want to daily be trying to understand what's going on here and why this person do this. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a forever student. And I pride myself on that. You know, even as an author, I had to jump out there understanding my book was not about me. It's going to reach the masses because that's what God told me. So you can't just keep hoarding what he's telling you. You got to get that thing out there. So that's why, you know, I wrote my book in 2016. I'm still selling this book weekly. And I don't even promote it like that. But like we said, you put your voice out there, somebody gonna hear it, the right person gonna hear it, and then other people gonna just come. So it is your obligation to give the people what they need. Even if you never meet them, if you never see them, there's people connected to your podcast. There's people who need to hear about consistency is currency. They want to understand, you know, what is Russell saying today? Like, let me go check him out. You know what I'm saying? They go tell the next person, oh yeah, I listen to this every day at 7:30. He on. That's my breakfast. All right, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing you have to have. Like, you know, because people can tell when you're keeping it real and when you're not. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that person.
You're gonna get it.
It's okay in the beginning, but you want your desire is you want to grow in this thing if you know that this is your mission. Because I love that he said number one was have a good podcast. Have a good podcast. Like, you may think you got something going on, you might not. No one's going to show up unless you have a good podcast. And it was just very simple. Like,
true.
That makes sense. True. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's all week. I tell you, I had to take a nap today. That's how full I was all week. Like, I was on go. My brain, it was moving. I'm like, even while learning this stuff, I was getting nervous. I'm like, okay, so I'm doing Spreaker and such and such. Wait, let me hold off. So I start leaning towards things that I could do for the day. Like, okay, well, let me reach out to this person. At least I'll get my logo. You know what I'm saying? But still trying to check off goals. So it's just, I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for all of us. Like, we got to win.
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly. So I'm going to put you on game. Now, I'm going to show you the SMS platform that I use. I love this SMS platform. This platform itself has really changed my whole marketing perspective. It really opened me up to collect a lot of numbers and a lot of content overall. So as you can see right now, it's called Communitycom. I was watching this on Instagram. I've gone through 5 SMS platforms, and I've learned a lot about the SMS world. But the thing that I didn't like was it really didn't help me out, because what they did, they actually took a lot of information from you. Okay. And what I mean by that, so every time that you send an SMS, they charge you. Every time you receive a reply from the SMS, they charge you again. It's called credits. So what I love about Communitycom Community.com, you pay one fee, and that one fee is $99 a month.
Okay.
That's it. So the great thing about it, see, like this, birthdays. Everybody that signed up, I got 3 people that have the same birthday. So I'm about to send them a happy birthday wish right now, instantly.
Right.
I'm like the king of typos. King of typos. So then you can add a GIF file, make it funny. So that's it. It's gone. So what did I do? I gave them. I didn't have to physically remember their birthday, but the system remembered their birthday.
Right.
And as you can see right now, these are all communities. Right now I have 195 numbers and 195 people that I can communicate with.
Right.
Instantly. Goes directly to their phone. Everything that you see right now, these are all communities right now. So what I want you to do, here's a number. Text C2 to 254.
Right now in this moment?
274. Yeah, I'm about to show you how it works. See, this is C2, which is consistency is currency. There's no one in here. But text C2 to 254 274 3007. And after she does that,
254.
It's going to populate.
What is it? 254 what?
254 274 3007.
3007.
Right. So now when you're doing your marketing and you're going live, you're on podcasts or you're on Facebook Live, you're on YouTube Live, and you're trying to build community, say you're having an event. So say I have a consistency as currency event and I'm going to New York and I'm hosting this event and I want to gather intel. So once I touch down in New York, I can send a text message to everyone.
Got it.
As a part of this event. Like, hey, make sure you text C2 to 254-274-3. Yep, 3007. As soon as I touch down, I give you the address to where the live is going to be at. Kind of like what David was saying. You go to the city and you interview the biggest person in the city, but you want to ensure that their following is following you. So then you get them right there instantly. So now you start marketing to them. So once she does that, it's going to populate inside of this chat. I'm gonna erase it. Once she does this, it's going to populate inside the chat. And now every time that you want to market, like you got a new t-shirt line that comes out, or you have a new podcast that dropped, you just drop that link inside the podcast. Inside of this community. Oh, another thing, think about it from this perspective too. Now, for everybody who has a Patreon, and you create that Patreon account, and say for your top tier $20 a month, you say, I will email you directly. I will text you directly the new podcast. You'll get it before, the new podcast that's coming out, or the new YouTube that comes out before anybody else. So as soon as you do that podcast, you go to this group, C2 or whatever you call it, and then you drop that link inside, it goes directly to their phone. Now, nobody else is going to get that except that top tier Patreon member. So now they know they get something that nobody else gets.
Nice. So they got the VIP.
So you did it. Yeah, you got it. You did it.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so here you go. You're about to see. You text the number right?
I text the number.
You text.
Put C2.
Right, C2. To 254 27. Huh?
Let me make sure you gave me the right number. I texted, because they sent me back a link, community.com.
Right. So you got to fill it out.
Oh, you want me to do it now? Oh.
Yeah, so everybody can see it.
Oh,
right.
okay.
So again, this gets you in front of as many people as possible faster. So like right now, I have 195 people that's in my community. But I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. I got about 17 communities. Like in this group alone, in my IBCC community, I have 75 people in here. So I can communicate to 75 people, hit their phones just like that. In my vision group, I have 18 people. So I can SMS 18 people to give them what's coming up, what visions, what vision board group or whatever we have coming out. So I'm able to connect with them instantly. So that's my thing with you. Try it out. It definitely works. It worked for me. Let me go back to it.
Your name came up.
Refresh. What? Did you do it right?
Your name just popped up. It says Ronnie Russell.
Yeah.
It says 254-274-3007. I tapped the link. I filled out my name stuff. It says,
there she go.
You got saved. Thanks. Right. It should be She's Got Teas. That's why. Yeah, Shenisse Alston right here.
Yeah. Yep, right here. So as you can see, she's way over there in NY. I'm way over here in Texas. She texts C2, and she's right here. So again, if you're looking to reach out to people, this SMS platform is just so dope. It's real easy. It's real simple. So check it out for you. Again, go to Communitycom and you submit your request to be a member of Communitycom. Gary Vee uses this a lot, and a lot of other influencers use this as well. So check it out. Community.com is definitely going to help you out. But hey, ma'am, I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day.
For sure.
For waking up from your nap. For waking up from your nap.
Listen.
And being on consistency is key. But hey, I appreciate everything that you got going on. I love your energy. And that's what's really going to draw people to you is the energy, kinetic energy, how we currently create, because currency is the activities.
Right.
You have to do something in exchange to get something. So as you continue to do it, that creates currency. So keep your same energy, keep everything going. Hey, be blessed. Hey, y'all be blessed right now, Mr. R2. Man, keep it going. Hey, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all be blessed. Peace.